The Soviet Union, officially known as the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics USSR, was characterized by a unique political and economic system shaped by Marxist-Leninist ideology. Central to the governance of the USSR was its constitution, which underwent several revisions during its existence. This article explores the key features of the Soviet constitution, shedding light on the principles that guided the socialist state from its inception in 1924 until its dissolution in 1991. Foundations of socialist ideology. The Soviet Constitution, first adopted in 1924, reflected the fundamental principles of Marxist-Leninist ideology, as interpreted by the Communist Party of the Soviet Union (CSU). At its core, the Constitution aimed to establish a socialist state where the means of production were owned collectively by the working class. This departure from capitalist principles emphasized the elimination of class distinctions and the establishment of a classless society. The structure of government. The Soviet Union operated under a federal structure, with a centralized government in Moscow overseeing a union of republics. The highest organ of state power was the Supreme Soviet, a bicameral legislature consisting of the Soviet of the Union and the Soviet of Nationalities. Deputies were elected by the people, but the Communist Party maintained a guiding role in shaping policy and decision-making. The Communist Party's leading role. The Soviet Constitution explicitly designated the Communist Party as the leading and guiding force of Soviet society. This preeminent role extended to all levels of government, ensuring that the party's ideology permeated every aspect of political, economic, and social life. The General Secretary of the Communist Party held considerable influence, effectively leading the country alongside the state apparatus. Economic principles. The Soviet Constitution outlined a planned economy, where the state owned and controlled the means of production. This economic model aimed to eliminate private ownership of capital, ensuring that wealth and resources were distributed according to socialist principles. While theoretically equitable, the centrally planned economy faced challenges, including inefficiencies, lack of innovation, and shortages of consumer goods. Social and cultural rights. The Soviet Constitution purported to guarantee a range of social and cultural rights to its citizens, including free education, healthcare, and social security. It emphasized the creation of a new socialist person committed to collective values and societal progress. However, in practice, the realization of these rights varied, with political considerations often influencing access to resources and opportunities. Revisions and dissolution. The Soviet Constitution underwent several revisions, reflecting shifts in political leadership and ideology. Notably, under Mikhail Gorbachev's leadership in the 1980s, there was an attempt to introduce political and economic reforms through policies like perestroika and glasnost. However, these reforms ultimately contributed to the unraveling of the Soviet Union, leading to its dissolution in 1991. Conclusion. The Soviet Constitution played a crucial role in shaping the political and social landscape of the USSR. While it articulated lofty ideals of socialism and equality, the practical implementation often fell short, with a centralized party structure and planned economy facing challenges. The legacy of the Soviet Constitution persists as a reflection of the ambitious attempt to build a socialist state, providing insights into the complexities and contradictions inherent in the governance of the Soviet Union.